What's up, YouTubers? James Bizzle. I just wanted to make a quick video about suboxone withdrawal. I'm in day 4. Um, I just want to talk about all the negativity on here. I think everybody that's going through this, goes on there and Googles, how long is it gonna take? You know, how long till I feel better? There's people on there saying, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years. 2 years is just, till you're 100% normal. I'm on day 4 going into day 5. I have been. I don't suggest replacing drugs and taking things to help, but I just know cold turkey's a bitch, and all I've been taking is Imodium, which helps out a lot, a whole bunch, and kratom, which I think it's more the Imodium, and the kratom is more than a more of a mental thing. And of course you need to kind of wean yourself off that and just get into the habit of maybe taking multivitamins or ibuprofen or something every day instead of, taking the Suboxone. Personally, myself, I wasn't doing the under the tongue. I was abusing it. I was snorting the pills, and I never went to the doctor. I always had connections. Of course, when I first started, I had a bunch of connections, and then it just slowly went down to nothing. And I got like one or two guys I can get them from. So, I mean, people say it's you should want to quit. You shouldn't be forced to quit or have to quit. But it's a little bit of both. I'm kind of forced to quit because I can't get them. I have gotten a couple texts here and there with people having them for outrageous prices. I just refuse to pay that anymore. I refuse to play the game and chase and to do all the things that you might need to do to get them. As far as symptoms right now, like I said, if you can afford, I mean anybody can afford Imodium. It's like 144 caps for $9 at Walmart, and you can get them a lot cheaper at excuse me at Sam's, I think. I mean, you got to take a pretty good amount of them. I'm not going to say how much you need to take. You need to just gauge it yourself because I don't want to put anything out there and have somebody get hurt taking so much. Um, but I've been able to work. I've worked the past 3 days. I'm a server at a restaurant, so it's not like I have an easy job where I'm just sitting around. It's a very busy place. I gotta be positive. I gotta make the customers happy. I gotta keep, all the females happy that I work with. And I gotta hide this from my parents because I've been to rehab. I came off 100 milligrams of methadone about 2 years ago. Went into a 1 year program. I did tapers kinda. I did a really quick taper. I didn't taper the way I was supposed to because it was kind of like this position. I got in a position where I was not only done with it, but I couldn't really get it. You know what I'm saying? I stopped being able to get to the clinic, so I was in a position where I had to quit. And I'm glad it happened. And one of the main reasons why I'm making this video, not only to maybe help somebody, because a lot of the videos that I've seen on here have helped me. A lot of them have kind of discouraged me in a way, but that's just people being negative and letting this shit get the better of them. I mean, it is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel great right now, but it's manageable. It's not anything that's terrible. Um, One reason is to help people and maybe be a positive influence, and somebody will see this and say, hey, I can kick this because it's definitely doable. Another reason is so I can look back on this. When I was in rehab, I made a diary every day about how I was feeling. The different symptoms I had and different things God was doing in my life. And at some point that diary got thrown away, and I slipped back into the world and started doing things in the world again. I let females drag me back in. I can blame it on anything. My addiction is 100% my fault. I didn't get abused when I was a kid. I had a great family. I had low self-esteem, and I had anxiety, and everybody knows when you take that first pill, everything feels amazing. So I'm not going to sit here and play the blame game about whose fault it is. It's 100% my fault. I had a lot of people tell me you're going to get hooked, and I didn't listen. And I had a lot of people tell me that, you basically you're gonna get hooked. I had one guy call me Junior Junkie. I was doing land surveying and we were riding, and he's like, you see that place right there? We were about a methadone clinic. This time I was on tabs, and he's like, you're gonna end up there in a couple of years. And I was like, no way, man, I'm not gonna be on damn methadone. There ain't no way. You know. Meanwhile, I was on that shit for 5 years. 100 milligrams a day, on and off. I quit one time and made it about 21 days and relapsed on freaking tramadol, and then I turned into Lortabs and turned right back into Roxy's again. Got back on the clinic. And then this time I had just a shady buddy, man, that had suboxone. I had never done it, and I knew better. You know, I had my teeth are fucked up from pills. You know, my tooth was hurting. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, suboxone, there's no withdrawals. You know, you can take this stuff and just, you know, taper yourself off of it, and you'll be fine. You'll get high for a couple of days. And I don't know if how this all works. Like, when you've been dependent on something like this, and then you go and you relapse again, and after you're totally clean, I don't know if it starts it all over again. But it didn't seem like I was doing them shits for about a week, and I went to quit, and I just felt terrible. So that shit freaked me out, and I just kept going, and here we are a year and a half later, and I've been abusing them for a year and a half. You know, I was at a pretty low dose. You know, there was a couple days where I get a wild hair and get a, you know, a bottle full of them and maybe do a whole one or one and a quarter or something. But for the most part, it was a quarter to a half a pill a day. Most of the time a quarter because I had to make them stretch. And then lately it's been strips, which I fucking hate strips. They're so ridiculously weak. But yeah, I'm rambling. Which if you watch these videos, you see everybody rambles. Your mind's going a million miles an hour. People say not to drink caffeine, but that's just helping me, even if it is just a mental thing, because I still got to work. I got to take a shower and go to work in just a couple fucking minutes. But this is day 4. Like I said, you know, if you want to do a cold turkey and you can do a cold turkey, I suggest that. I suggest you don't take anything and let your body totally heal. But Imodium helps. I would say I have 100%. If I'm in 100% withdrawal, Imodium is going to help about 90%, and the Kratom is going to knock the other 5% out. I pray to God it's not stopping my withdrawal. But I still wake up in the morning feeling like shit, and you know I'll take some of that, and I'm feeling all right now. You know I feel like I can handle it. The hardest part's gonna be saying no. You know when that shit does come, because every time I get to where I'm like 5 or 6 days in and I'm almost clear, not clear as far as feeling 100%, but clear as far as you know knowing that I'm turning the corner and I'm at least getting better a little bit at a time. Something always pops up, and then I just start getting bombarded with calls about it. I guess I need to change my number, but I don't know. I guess I need to do that. That way I can just totally cut off all those people. But if you need anything, if you need any prayers, you know, hit me up in the comment section. You know, I believe God's an integral part of this. I believe that He knows the beginning from the end, and He's trying to teach me something through this. And I just want to watch these videos and see how I'm feeling and see how I'm looking. You know, I'm not a great looking dude, but man, I'm not supposed to look like this, man. I've lost so much damn weight. When I came out of rehab, I was 225. Right now, I'm 180. You know, I lost 45 pounds, and there wasn't much weight to fucking lose. So I mean, my appetite's gone. You know, my desire to be around people's gone. I don't. You know, my parents are getting older, and I'm not wanting to spend time with them. You know, I'm taking everything for granted. I'm spending money I shouldn't spend. My license got revoked. I could get it back, but I'm spending all my money on pills, and then when I do a pill, I'm miserable. So it's just, if you can stick it out, man, just stick it out. And just imagine what it would be like to have that monkey off your back. Imagine what it would be like to wake up in the morning and just be like, man, I might not feel that great, but I don't need a motherfucking pill today. So I'm gonna keep making videos. I'll do an update tomorrow, and I don't care if anybody watches it. I hope somebody does, and it might help them. But if not, it's gonna help me when you know, a couple months from now when I'm thinking about using it again, I can watch this video and see the progress that I've made. And I'm ready for that day 30, day 45 video, and I'm like, yeah, you know, two-stepping in this bitch, feeling a lot better. So God bless you guys. Talk to you soon.